Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Been a while. I've been playing a lot of Cyberpunk. Now, I did say I was gonna stream Cyberpunk, but I thought everybody's streaming Cyberpunk. Why don't I do something else? So I've decided to stream a bit of Minecraft RTX, because this came out, what, just a couple of days ago? And it's kind of cooler because it's newer. So this is one of the basic worlds that you can play RTX in. It's normally in creative, but you can unlock the worlds and then do what you want in them. So I have done that. This is the medieval map by somebody, I can't remember. I'll probably put it in the comments if I remember to go and look it up later and find out who it was. Yeah, so this is just a survival map, but they've made this one section that's all RTX. I'm not going to show you, because if you have RTX, you can go and do it yourself. I might do a different video later where I do that and show people the coolness of RTX. But that's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is I'm literally going to muck around and play some survival Minecraft in a world that is actually RTX enabled. For the sake of it. Oh, yeah, I've got wheat. No wonder he's following me. That weirded me out for a second, but I forgot I was holding wheat. So let us... Oh, hate it when you do that. Begin by standard Minecraft punching wood. Spruce, not ideal. I prefer oak, but oh well. Take what we can get. So this will have some of my basic house building techniques, since I always build my house in exactly the same way, and will of course have some Minecraft RTX visible for anyone interested in what it looks like, how it works, etc, etc. It's not all that complex really. It's just RTX enabled. It's I mean, it looks nice. It looks nicer than regular Minecraft. It runs better than any implementation of RTX made prior via mods, etc, etc on the base game. Finding a good spot is a bit of a problem. There's lots of drowned over there already. Is that a village over there in the distance? So I don't want to be too close to... I suppose it doesn't matter, does it? I was going to say, I don't want to be too close to the built-up thing. But it doesn't matter if I am too close to the built-up thing, because it's not like that's going anywhere. Where shall we build? Right here, I think, is fine. Let's go closer to the ground. Start about here. Right. I'm already wasting time. It's going to get dark if I don't get a move on. So, basic tools. Gonna need one of those. Begin by digging a hole. Well, not a hole, but some stairs, in my case. That's how I like to do it. So yeah, one of the things a lot of people do in Minecraft is they immediately build a house. You don't need to build a house, because to build a house you're inevitably going to have to dig a hole to get the materials to build a house. So I prefer, instead of building a house, to dig a hole and live in the hole. Makes more sense. You're going to have to dig a hole anyway. You might as well kill two birds with one stone. So yeah. Dig a hole to build a house. Makes more sense. Or use the hole that you dug as a house. That's what I sort of meant. It has to be deeper than that, doesn't it? Oh, we'll find out. Alright. That should be enough to make a... Oh, I need more sticks. Make a stone pickaxe, because I can't be bothered waiting that long. Right. Should have made a stone shovel as well, but oh well. Seems to be a bit laggy. I don't know what that is. It's So I dig down until I'm sort of well inside the stone layer. You don't want to be too close to the surface, because in case you want to dig up again for any reason, you don't want to end up in dirt. Mostly because you just don't want to leave things exposed that creepers can blow up, because that's not ideal. Let's see now. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go here. Need one of those real quick. Grab some of these in case I need to replant trees later, which I will eventually. I didn't actually need this, did I? There was, in fact, some perfectly good coal right here that I could have dug up. Oh well. Make some charcoal while the opportunity presents itself. And we'll grab this as well. Experience more than anything else. So you can see how dark and moody it is without, with RTX on. It is very, very different. The world is not the same. It's very pretty. You have to get pretty far to appreciate it, but yeah, things like the sunset look good. Very impressive, I've always thought. How much more is this going to be? Well, it doesn't matter. Let's just take that. Screw it. I'm gonna need to take that back. Gonna need to take that back. Oh no, I didn't need to do that yet. Need to make some things. Torches would be choice. Some more torches would be choice, but we'll do that in a bit. I'm going to need a shovel. I don't have any things for a shovel, damn it. Right, we'll come back to that. Let's say there. And there. And there. Ah, that's not really where I wouldn't have liked it. I normally would like it there. Which means the next one should be there, there. And then we'll take this out a little bit. Put one there. Yeah, that'll do. It's not actually where I was aiming at the block next to it, but that'll do still. Digging up one. Yeah, very hard to see in the dark in Minecraft RTX. It's not the same at all. Need enough wood for some doors. Well, a door. But you get 3, so. And this is easy, so a wooden door will suffice. Zombies can't break through wooden doors, they can only break through nothing. They can't break through wooden doors, let's put it that way. The next level up, of course, they can, so on normal, but yeah, don't need normal right now. Make one of those. Make a sword, because why not? Drop that there. Dig this way. So my typical Minecraft house, I start it the same way every time and pretty much proceed the same way almost every time. Sometimes I make minor modifications, but 9 by 9 rooms attached to each other. Gives you a reasonable amount of space, is pretty easy to maintain the right level of... Ooh, don't really have enough wood there, do I? It's less than I thought I had. No, that's going to take a lot if I make a chest. I'll need one. The rest will have to be that. That's a cow. Cool. Alright, what was I saying? Yeah, it's sort of an easy enough room to light and not leave areas that are dark enough for things to spawn. 8 by 8 would actually be better, but it doesn't give you a center point. And that center point, my OCD needs to have a center of the room. I don't know, it's hard to explain. I could learn to do everything in 2 by 2s instead of 1 by 1s, but yeah, the center point you need to go and basically go in 3s, so that you've got one either side and then a third one. That's a cumbersome explanation, but that is what it is. It's all about having a middle. Yeah, this isn't really going to show off RTX as well as, say, putting it in creative and wandering around some of these cool RTX worlds. But I'm sort of trying to kill two birds with one stone, because I had always intended to get on and do some survival Minecraft for the channel. I've tried many a time and never really gotten anywhere, and I keep failing, but I thought, you know what, this new RTX launch, this could be exactly what I need. To save torches. Let's get rid of things we don't need, like that and that and that and that and that and that and that. When I come back out of here, I'm definitely going to need some stairs. Let's not go crazy on the stairs though. Yeah, that'll do for now. Right, now farming, because I'm going to need food shortly. Oh, look at that iron, that's freaking great. Yeah, so not every block for this particular tile set has already been converted to the, let's say, the full extent that one can with RTX. I am looking into it. I think I might make my own tile set, which will be a modification on the original tile set that simply adjusts for the appropriate features. You'll have to excuse my voice as well. I seem to be coming down with a cold or something. No, it's not human malware. Human malware is some people's current name for the pandemic. The virus, is it a virus? I can't even remember what it is. Yes, it is a virus. Anyway, try not to get demonetized or, you know, have this video be flagged by YouTube. It's not about that. I'm just mentioning that that's not why my throat is messed up. Actually, the last video I did, my throat really hurt after that one. That was when I sort of realized, and I'm probably not coming down with that, I'm probably actually coming out the other side of it. But, yeah, very good chance that my throat will hurt again at the end of this video. Depends how long I go. Hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, depends on how long I can play Minecraft for. I could be talking about Cyberpunk here, but I'm going to avoid talking about it. I'm going to do a video on it where I will start probably a new game. And I guess just do a let's play, basic let's play, not a full-on let's play, but a basic one. It will have a life path that I haven't played. I've only played one life path so far, so I will play one of the other life paths. What else is there worth mentioning about it? Yeah, I might do a lot of choices I haven't done before. One of the main reasons why I didn't do a Let's Play when I'm sure everybody else went live as soon as the game went live, and started doing Let's Plays. And that's because I played Cyberpunk for me, not for you. And so if I was to spend all my time doing a Let's Play for you guys, I would have to view my first view of Cyberpunk. Oops. Don't light out there. My first view of Cyberpunk would be with streamer mode on and with copyright music off and assorted other things, and I didn't want to do that. I definitely wanted the copyright music to be playing because I wanted to experience the game for everything that it actually had, not for how can I put it? Not hampered in any way. I wanted the full Cyberpunk experience. The proper Cyberpunk experience. And yeah, so I thought, no, I won't stream it. I'll play it until I'm sick of playing it, and then I'll do a stream. And honestly, I'm not sick of playing it yet. I've put in some ungodly amount of hours in the last few days. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It does suck that torches don't light up when you're carrying them. Oh well. I suppose that's what light potions are for, isn't it? Is there a light potion, or is it just a night vision potion? It's just a night vision potion, isn't it? Anyway. But yeah, so Cyberpunk, I have to say, looks good. It's got a lot going for it. It is a very adult game. The R18 in a category in Australia is very well warranted. Children should not play this. I don't think there's any way to automatically censor it far enough. I think there's streamer mode, which sort of helps, but that's mostly to do with copyrighted content and stuff like that. That's more of a... What in the world makes that noise? I have no idea what that is. Yeah, censoring streamer content is a different story. I don't actually know. I suppose nudity and stuff, they just demonetize you, right? I mean, it's video game play. I don't know. Maybe they'll take the video down. I don't know. I'll put it up live, and I'll put it behind the adults only category, and we'll see how things go. I hope that's enough for YouTube to let me at least upload it. No, I can't do anything more until I get some wood. So I need the sun to come up, basically. Oh, that's happened. Good. Alright, hopefully there aren't too many zombies and creepers and things wandering around too close. You can hear a chicken. You can hear a cow. What I really need is a sheep. I'll tell you what I forgot to do. I had a metal. So I need to do several things with my metal. I need to make a bucket, because that's going to be really important. And annoyingly, I'm going to have to make a pair of shears, because I don't know how many sheep there are around the place. Now, another thing, a lot of people would immediately start making metal tools. I don't make metal tools. and make one metal pickaxe later in the game to harvest those minerals that can only be harvested with a metal pickaxe. That's a fox. I don't know if I've ever even seen a fox before. I don't know how you tame a fox. Can you tame a fox? I bet you can. I don't know how though. Yeah, that'll be something we might be doing later. Taming a fox. Cool. That's kind of awesome. Don't know if I've ever seen a fox before. Is that also spruce? Yeah, that's also spruce. Okay. Yeah, so nice big village. Oh, there is a creeper over there. Could take care of him, but I don't really need to, so I'm not going to bother. What I do need is more wood. So we shall choppy the more trees. Oh. You're on fire there, did you know? I think you did, but oh well, doesn't matter. Took it all in his stride. Damn it, I didn't bring any dirt up with me. I'll just have to use cobblestone. Don't leave half trees everywhere. It's just rude. I suppose in a single player game it's not as big of a deal because I can always come back and sort it out later, but you know, when you're playing with others, don't leave half trees around the place. It's just silly. Cool. Yeah, that should do for now. Well, there was a sheep around here somewhere. Don't know what's making that noise either. There are some odd noises that I haven't heard before here. There's a sheep. Is it a button? Oh. Yeah, I don't know what that's for. Okay. Don't think it's for anything. I think they're trying to make... Ooh, pumpkins. Alright, I might grab a pumpkin or two while I'm here. So I can make thingies later. My own pumpkins later. Ah, one wool. You suck. I was nice enough not to kill you and you only give me one wool. I could have just taken you down with a sword, but no. And then you give me one wool. Right, there's another one all the way over there, but I'm going to get lost if I go too far from my house because... Is this Podsel? Might be Podsel. Because I didn't put a landmark up and I don't have a, what's the word, coordinates on, hence I don't actually, and I didn't look. I mean, maybe if I'd looked, okay, that's 3, that's enough to make a bed, so that'll sort that out. I don't have to get attacked by those weird things that attack you if you don't get around to making a bed. How do you run again? Oh yes, double tap. Is it Alt or Control or something? That looks cheaty. What's in that? Okay, nothing. So that would be a bit cheating to steal those, but I'm gonna steal those. Screw it. I just need the chests, nothing else. Not worried about the rest of it. So they're supposed to be lamps because they're not on. I would have thought they'd be on if you were going to bother to do that at all. Right, our house is over here somewhere. That's it there, isn't it? Yep, cool. We'll, now you can find it. Wood was what we More sticks, because I need a lot more torches. Don't need that anymore. I do need more wood because now I can make a bed, which we will place here because that'll do. Don't need those. Might need those because sometimes I use half slabs. Yep, that'll do. All right. Oh. Right, so this one will just have blocks in it. Building construction materials. Spruce door can go in there because it's a building material. Keep that on me because I need it. And everything else, coal, egg, pumpkin, wheat, seeds, spruce saplings, rotten flesh, the shears, my extra iron ingots can go in there. Cool. Right. So this is a basic 9x9. Well, no, it's not yet, but it will be a basic 9x9 room. I need to go another 2 blocks that way. And you need a central one. You can actually just put one torch right here, but then it's either got to be on that wall or on that wall. It's hard to describe. You know what I mean. It's got to face one way, and again, that goes with my symmetry OCD. So this is more symmetrical by having the ceiling hole with the 4 torches in it. It's a waste of torches. You could do it with 1 torch and light the whole area, but I don't. I do it this way. Right, now this room is going to be for farming wheat, so this has to be 8x8. So instead of having, so I go in 1, 2, 3, put a torch, and instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4 and putting a torch, I go 1, 2, 3 and put a torch. And then you go further 2, and that is an 8 long room. So, alright, 1, that's 2, that's 3, put a torch, 1, 2, 3, put a torch, 1, 2, and turn. Alright, we'll come back for this iron later. Right now I want to get my room dimensions set out, so I want to do that first. But yeah, look how dark it is, because the light, like there's no way for the light to get in there, so it's really, really dark. More like real light than like old school Minecraft light, which was a little too diffuse. Now it's not so diffuse. There are other things you can do as well. I might go and find some sand and make some glass just to show you, because I hope that this pack has some of the cooler looking glass on it. It may or may not, I don't know. Not all the current packs have all cool stuff programmed into them, but blocks now have a lot more attributes than they used to have. So they now have transparency and emissivity and metalness, because it's totally hardcore metal, dude. No, it's metalness is sort of shininess, and yeah, they're all controlled by different attributes assigned to each block now. So if I'm to make my own, and they do have tutorials on how to make your own block packs, I guess, but I don't think there's anything official, so I don't know whether you can upload it to the store or anything yet. But my intent is to get in there and take the base Minecraft texture pack and do 1 by 1 every block in the game and assign it appropriate transparency, emissivity, metalness, whatever the other ones were. I can't remember. I think transparency is an old one. Transparency is like one of the original ones. But the metalness, emissivity. Emissivity is how much it emits. So that's light emission. So for example, a block. Oh, I didn't hit him by accident, did I? Or was that him out in the rain? I think that's him out in the rain. Hate it when Endermen warp inside your house. It's really annoying. I've played this in VR as well. I should actually check if I can play this in VR. That'd be epic. I think you can, because I'm pretty sure the saves were shared, so I assume you can play VR RTX Minecraft. But I don't actually know. Now, did I see water drip in there before? Was I tripping? Must have been tripping. Alright, now in normal Minecraft, it'd be really, like, the middle of the room would actually look darker, and I would normally put some torches in the ceiling, even though you don't need it, because this is only an 8x8 room, and it's not, the light level hasn't dropped enough in the middle of the room for zombies to spawn. Whereas in a 9x9 room, the very center square of the room, the light level has actually dropped low enough. If you put torches only on the walls, for the middle square to be dark enough. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do at all. For the very, very middle square to actually be dark enough for a zombie to spawn. What am I doing? I'm going to be digging that out anyway. Right. Wasn't there something else? No. Okay. Dude, this is my house. What was I saying? Oh yes, in VR it's really hard not to look them in the eyes. Because if you look in their general direction, they kind of take it as you're looking them in the eyes. Like, it's really hard. Like in this version, because you've got your crosshairs so obvious and stuff, it's really easy to make sure you're looking down. In the VR version, it's not as easy, so you end up fighting Endermen when you don't want to fight Endermen because you're looking them in the eyes. Nothing much that needs doing at the moment that's special. I might have to actually go and get a whole bunch of dirt blocks because there's a good chance I don't have enough. I'm gonna have to go and make another pickaxe any moment. Yeah, so a lot of people would be like, but if you made an iron pickaxe, it'd last longer and it'd go quicker. And it's like, yeah, it does, but then you waste iron. Iron is a finite resource. It's not really. You can mine iron from iron golems, which spawn infinitely, but that's hard to do now. It used to be easy to make an iron golem farm, not so much anymore. If there isn't 8 iron ore blocks in the furnace, I don't turn the furnace on. That's just a rule of mine. Later on, if I find heaps and heaps and heaps of lava, then I might turn the furnace on more often, just because it's like, well, I've got lava. I really don't need to worry too much about materials now, wasting coal. But I really do prefer to keep as much coal as possible for 39. I definitely don't have enough of that. Is it daylight out? Yeah, no, it's not. Or if it is, it's very dark because it's raining. That's why I really want an oak door. You can see through an oak door. I'm going to need to dig into the side wall here, and I'll go after that seam of coal because I can. Although that might actually put me in my in the stairwell into my house. No, that's it. Okay, cool. That, and that. The same on this side. Get these out. Go over here. haven't finished those stairs, and I can't see anything, so I don't know. Because it's black as pitch in RTX, isn't it? Is that a witch? I think that's a witch. Should finish putting in these stairs. Oh, look at the water. Water looks very different. Stairs, stairs, there's the stairs. Oh. Ow. What in the world? Is there more than one? I can't see. What made the big bang noise behind me? Did a creeper blow up or something? I didn't see it. Man, scared the hell out of me. Alright, anyway. I might in fact have to dig the roof out just a little bit more too. Yeah, that'll work, it doesn't matter. Now I do actually need a whole bunch more dirt. But that can wait. I'll wait for daylight and then we'll do that rather than do it now. Okay, with 2 buckets of water I now have infinite water. Oops. A bit harder to actually see the water. Yeah, so some of these new RTX tile sets, the water's like practically 100% transparent. I don't like that. That's no good. It's too hard to actually see. You need to be able to see the water. Same thing with the glass. So there are limits as to how far I would go. And when I make mine, I will... Yeah, this is kind of a nice level. The water looks nice and it's not completely transparent. It's just transparent-ish. Yeah, that's as much as I have. Alright. Do-do-do-boo. Yeah, I don't even know what half of these noises are. I don't know, Minecraft's changed so much since I used to play. I don't recognize the sounds things make. Don't know half the creatures that are available. Don't know if I've... Yeah, what is that? I don't know what that is. That's a horrible noise. Oh, I can sleep. Oh. Now I can't, because I waited too long. Dagnabbit. Yeah. Oh well. We'll take that, because I'm going to need some food of some description, because I'm hurt. So we'll make a couple of loaves of bread. Don't have to go overboard, but we should make a couple of loaves of bread. Oops. Nom 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 nom. And then start planting. So this will, oh good I didn't break it, be a 8x8 wheat farm, so 64, so max stack of wheat when the whole thing is full and fully ripe. It's also about the perfect size to if you want to make a waterfall at the back end and a sluice at the front. You can have a switch that opens or closes the waterfall and harvest the whole thing at once using water. There's no way to automatically replant fields yet without mods that I'm aware of, unless there's been something added in a recent patch, but if there was, I wasn't looking, so I didn't see it. It might be possible, I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't looking, I didn't see it, I don't think it's possible. Could be wrong. Let's make some more torches, because I need more torches. Don't need that many more torches, but I need more torches. That and that. And we will back upstairs and hopefully not have to fight anything, but if I do, I'm ready for it. Come get some. No? No. Good. There's that sheep again. Yeah, so the water, very different. Quite beautiful with RTX. It's yeah, very nice. I will grab just a few blocks of sand so I can demonstrate what glass looks like. It does look like there's a bunch of glass in those houses and things over there. I should really have just taken you over there, but this is a survival play, not a ooh, look at RTX. If you wanted to do that, there's plenty of videos and stuff by Nvidia and other people that you can look at instead. Biggest problem with glass, it breaks. So yeah, this 8 blocks will not be very useful. It'll just be a quick demonstration of what they look like. Right, next thing I'm going to need is I'm going to need somewhere to grow trees without having to go above ground, because that's annoying. So now, I normally build an oak room. I could go looking for oak saplings. I might go looking for oak saplings, because that would be preferable. I'm not sure what the difference between oak and spruce is, but... So that's oak, but that's going to be annoying to cut down. I hate trees like that, it's so annoying. Is there some better natural oaks close by? There's a horse. There's another big lake here with more drowned around the place. No big surprise there. Little waterfall for the sake of it. No, I'll have to go really far to get any oaks. So I'm going to have to chop down this big one and just spend the time it takes to make sure I get every last little bit of wood, and then stand around and wait for all the branches to decay so I can get saplings. Well, I mean, I don't have to. I could... Is that oak wood? That's oak. Good. I could chop them down, but that's a waste of time. And I was about to say tools, but I suppose you don't need to use a tool, do you? You can do it with your bare hands. We shall see. I'm not even sure if this is actually a proper tree. It looks more like something they've made. What in the world makes that noise? Ah! Yeah. Is that flying thing that I hate? Yeah, there it is. How do you kill them? Can you just hit them? Yeah, so I waited too long before I got my first night's rest. And now these damn things. Oh, but they burn in the sun. That's convenient. Does he burn to death in the sun, or does he just burn a bit in the sun? He burns to death in the sun. Good. Good, good, good. Right. More wood. There are a lot of gaming jokes, not just computer games, but gaming in general. Let's call them nerdy jokes, in regards to wood and getting wood and having wood. Minecraft, the classic punching trees gives me wood. The Settlers of Catan classic, wood for sheep, and many more. What's your favourite? Sound off in the comments. Yeah, they're all semi-funny, semi-not funny. Alright, I'm going to hit this down because I'm sure there's more wood up here somewhere. I could see it before. Hopefully I'll get a couple of saplings. This will be a real waste if I don't get any saplings. Well, there's one. One will suffice. One is enough to get started. More is better. One is the beginning. Right. Just keep chopping down this. Trying to find all the wood because I think there's more wood hiding in this tree somewhere. I'm not entirely sure, but I think I saw more. And yeah, I gotta get rid of these because they're just, what are they doing there? And I don't think they will maintain a tree. So the branches around it should still degrade. I just want to keep going up because I thought I saw more wood at the actual top of the tree. I'm freaking high above the ground already. Keep going through the leaves because it looks really dense. Like, why is it that dense if there isn't something up there? The light should be coming through. This is RTX, it's the whole point. Must be tripping. Yeah, I think I'm tripping. I think that's it for wood. So I could spend the day standing around underneath this and waiting for it to degrade, but that'll take forever. So I'm going to try and cut as much of it down with my bare hands as possible. Try and get rid of as many of these as possible before my axe breaks, although I think my axe is going to break before I'm done. We shall see. I suppose I don't need to hang around all day. I really do only need like 4 saplings will do, and then I can pretty much just stand around. I could go back and make my tree farm. The tree farm, I like the oak saplings because the specific height of tree farm works best. It's still quite a big room. It's 10 by 10 by 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 10 by 10 by 8. Not 100% on that. I sort of know it as I build it because I built it so many times. But then you never need to come above ground for wood either because you just have wood readily available. Hopefully I don't fall and get seriously hurt. Sometimes that happens when you climb around on leaves. Yeah, I reckon that's enough. And I got a few apples. Yeah, 10. 10's plenty. So we'll call it there because I am running out of daylight anyway. Another good thing about RTX, it's really obvious when the sun's going down because it gets all... Oh man, there's heaps more down here too. It gets all picturesque and moody. And I mean, moody lighting was a setting, but this is what I call moody lighting. The RTX is really gorgeous. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Oh, that's the frickin' thing again. What is it called? Go away. Right, now, had a night's sleep. That shouldn't happen again. I can eat some bread. Bread. Put that away, put that away, put that back there because that's how I prefer it to be in case I need the bucket. A lot of people what's the thing I'm looking for? A lot of people will keep water in the bucket at all times. I don't. I just don't. I don't find that I need it that often, and I find leaving water all around the place to be untidy. Right, glass. How to demonstrate glass. I'll tell you how we can demonstrate glass. Oh, you still can't see up. The idea was to see upwards. There. That looks exactly the same, doesn't it? Right, that's not a very good example of glass. Yeah, that's a bit disappointing, to be honest. I still can't freaking see up. Oh, the way it bends light is nice. Look at that. The curvature. I can sort of see if it's daylight or not. Not entirely, but I sort of can. But 3 left. Let's get rid of that one. Put glass there. Can I now see if it's daylight? No. I should have got rid of the one behind it. How am I going to do that without... Damn it. I'll have to do this. Not what I had in mind, because now it looks ugly because it's cobblestone, but oh well, what are you going to do? Ah, no. That's not right either. Gotta get rid of that. Put a piece of glass there. Put the cobblestone there. Damn it. Close the door, and I should be able to... No, because of the way the glass works. The refractive index means I can't see through. That's so it might have a refractive index now. See, look, the reflective index as well. So that did not work at all how I had planned, but looks trippy. Yeah, I can sort of see daylight if I look through that one, whether it's daylight outside or not, which was the whole purpose of putting this glass in. Other than that, now it just looks weird, but you know, we'll leave it, whatever. Something happened that looks strange. We'll fix it another day. Make it look better, do something with it. Right, make this into some reasonable sort of room. An appropriate space. Oops, oh, that's why I didn't have the right thing selected. Even more coal, so much coal. Oh, you do get that, there is a lot of coal at this level of the game. Haven't gone very deep yet, so there's a lot of coal, a little bit of iron, and nothing much else. Assorted kinds of stone. Granite, what are they? Anderite, and the other one. And stone. No point filling all that in. I'm eventually going to dig it out. I'm just not going to do it now, so I'll just leave that like that for now. Right, so same as before. This is where I go in and start digging out a hole that will become the tree farm. So in this case, 1, 2, 3 in. So you see that's the doorway. So this will be a wall. So I don't count this one, but I count this one. 1, 2, 3. Put a torch. Now in this case it's 10 by 10 room. So now I go 1, 2, 3. In other circumstances, I would place the torch here on the 4th one, because that would be 1, 2, 3. That's for a 9x9 room. But now I have to go one more and place it on the 5th one. Oh, well, that's there anyway. And that will give me a wall. Is how I start a 10x10 room. Let's make 2 so I don't have to come back so often. Get rid of that. Get rid of, what is it? Granite? Diorite. And andorite, I think, is the other one. If I remember correctly. Right. And then we go 2 more and then turn. So this is 1 that I'm standing on, 2, 3, oops, that's dirt that I couldn't tell, 4, and then it's torch time. I hope I'm not going to end up digging outside of the hill, because that'll be annoying. Oh, right into the beach, yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I can hear it drowned on the other side of the wall there. Oh well, what are you going to do? 1, 2, 3. Four, no. I want 5, because it's a 10x10 room. Oh, look at that. That's not too bad. Could, yeah, we'll live. Yes, you'll see the block kind of looks from certain angles, especially when the light hits it. Like there's bits sticking out and bits sticking in. That's a bump map, I guess, which these blocks didn't have before, but now do. So that's also a nice addition. The regular stone blocks don't have it, but cobblestone does seem to. I think cobblestone brick, or whatever it is, the one that you make yourself, might look better. I can't actually remember how to make that. I think I do, actually. Let's go and have a look. Pretty sure that's just you stack 4x4 in a thing, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, no. Cobblestone wall. How does one make a cobblestone wall? That's what I'm thinking of. Stone brick. Oh, that's going to be made from stone, not from cobblestone. Stone bricks, and stone bricks are made out of stone, not... Yeah. We'll do that when we get some lava, and then I'll show you what stone bricks look like, but I imagine they look pretty cool. They should be a bit nicer, one would expect, and should also take advantage of the ray tracing depth. 2, 3, 4, yep, that's perfect. 1, 2, and 3. Turn the corner. 1, this is 2, 3. Put a torch in. Really hard to see anything in RTX. Yeah, so it's super moody, and I don't know whether it's darker than it needs to be. I think it might be. It does seem to be excessively dark. I don't know what would change if I had RTX on and I put light on bright rather than on moody, or whatever I've got it on, I don't actually know. Yeah, this one where you turn the corner is the hard one. It's really hard to see. Makes sense, of course. Did I get that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Haven't seen any gravel yet. Oh, speak of the devil. Sounds like a spider. Right. Oh. I thought that was dirt, but I was wrong. This is going to take a while, but now we have to dig out this entire inner section. Oops. Definitely want to do that with a spade, just on the off chance. No, I didn't get a flint. Can't get to the nether without a flint and steel. Yeah, so chasing after ores is normally something I do after I've actually, if I'm busy making a room of a particular size, I will finish the room, and then I will chase after the ores that appeared in the walls. Most of the time. It depends on my priorities. Like, for example, this is the very early game, so I wanted to get a farm going. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be started. So I have an infinite source of food without having to ever come above ground. The whole idea is not having to come above ground. So if it's nighttime, it doesn't stop you doing anything. Is what you're aiming for. You shouldn't have to leave your house. And again, rather than building a house above ground, which means that to walk out the door, you're going outside. I mean, admittedly, if I walk out my door, I'm going outside. But I didn't waste time digging up materials. The materials I dug up, the time I spent digging up the materials actually built the house immediately. If you get what I mean. And yeah, it's called Minecraft. Mining is an important part of it. You shouldn't spend so much time above ground, but then other people would argue that it says craft as well. I argue that the crafting is the stuff you do on the crafting table and in the crafting benches rather than the building. Anyway, look, each to their own. This is how I do it because it works for me. It's worked for me this way a long time. There's no deformation of terrain above ground, or very little. I mean, there will be a little bit because I ran into that bit of sand right there, so that wasn't great, but you know, you get that. But yeah, your house is entirely contained underground. You can get everything you need without ever... I was about to say without ever seeing the sun again, but that's not true. Because there are still plenty of things that I need to go back above ground for. It's just that the basics of mining and resource production and feeding myself, the actual survival aspect of Minecraft, I don't have to go above ground for anymore. There is a weird thing with the sound. That's not how the sound is supposed to be. Yeah, it's weird. I have to look through that to see the sky. But it's dark out there, so I can sleep. Now basically I have to use up all this spruce wood. Let's get rid of all again, because we don't need all. Let's do that. 16, so that's 2 coals worth. Yellow. Then I will make myself an iron chest plate. Sometimes it'll just be an iron helmet. I believe even on easy, if a creeper stands right next to you and blows up, he'll kill you outright. But if you're wearing one piece of armor, he won't. And that's about all I need, is enough to survive a single creeper blow. I'll worry about surviving numerous creeper blows and other sorts of enemies that are more dangerous at a later date when I've got better access to iron. Right now I have little to no access to iron, so my priorities are more about saving as much iron as I can for when I need it. That's not really true. I'm just more cautious with my iron than most people. I will probably, the first thing I will do with my iron is actually make a full iron suit. I won't do that this early in the game, but it's not like I'll actually do anything else with it except for iron sword, a full suit of iron, and a bucket, and that's it. And the bucket is just so that I can get the farm started, because you can't get the farm started without the bucket. Right, now this room is too dark in the middle, so I normally put in a little bit of a ceiling thing, which I don't need to. 3, 4, 5, that one, that one, that one, and that one will be the center of the room. No, I went one too far, damn it. That one and that one. And again, cobblestone doesn't look as good as stone. Stone itself looks good, but we're going for function, not form here. Right, so that is a 10 by 10 by 3 room, and it's got to be a 10 by 10 by, I think, 8, if I remember correctly. So now we start digging up the floor level one by one. Doop doop doo boo. Yes, very slow and long. Digging houses takes longer than building houses once you pass the initial point. And I will admit that, but that first thing that you have to do before night comes on your first day is be indoors. I mean, you could just wall yourself up in a little 1 by 1 by 2 hole, and nothing could get you, and you can spend the night in there. But having an actual house is better, and then once you've started building an underground house, well, you might as well continue building an underground house. So there will be some things that I have to relearn how to do. Well, I say relearn, but they've changed them, so I'm going to have to invent ways of doing them, whereas before I knew how to do them, and one of those is an iron golem farm. It used to be quite easy to farm iron golems using villagers, and now they've changed the way villagers work and the way iron golems spawn. So that's going to be different, and I'm going to have to come up with something to allow me to make an iron golem farm so I can get infinite iron, which is when I will start using an iron picks willy-nilly, because then I've got infinite iron and I don't have to think about it. And it will be completely passive on my part as well. Best way to do this is like that, and then that. Right, oh yes, at floor level. Ran out of torches, did I? Oh, I can make more torches from here, no worries. Let's just do it like this. I'll need way more than 8, but 8's good to start with. Yes, the right height room so that oaks can grow to their maximum height without starting to branch off in weird directions, because then it takes too long. Which I think is a 5 height oak tree. 5 trunk height, which is 7 with branches, with leaves. And then you need 1 above that because it won't grow to touch the ceiling, it'll grow 1 shy of the ceiling or something. Not entirely sure. I worked it out one time long ago and I've never needed to work it out again because it's never changed. So I just make the same room that I first worked out how to make the first time, and I've never needed to learn how to make another room. Like a lot of things in my Minecraft experience, I learned how to do it once and then never bothered to learn how to do it again. Same as how I worked out that wasting iron on an iron pick this early in the game is wasting iron on an iron pick. It's too early in the game, you have better things to do with your iron. If I had tried to build what I'm currently building using an iron pick, I would have gone through 2 iron picks by now. And I still wouldn't be finished, so I would have wasted 6 pieces of iron. And I still wouldn't have an iron pick. I would have had to make another iron pick, and I would have used 9 pieces of iron, and I still would only have 1 iron pick. So that's not how I do it. I'm more cautious. Yes, so I'll make an iron chest plate because that's just better at this point. Dump that away. Put that on. I could make a shield. It is very tempting to make a shield right now. Might be early, and I also don't remember the recipe. It's what, 1 iron and some wood, I think. Don't remember. Oh yeah, I should go finish filling in that farm as well. Yeah, we'll do it after this level. Might be this level, might be the next one down, I'm not sure. I think it's 1 more after this. I think you can do it on this level, but then you only get 3 out of, or 4 out of every trunk. Oh no, wait, it is 4 that you get out of every trunk. 5's too many, 4 is what you want. And this level you can't, because they won't grow at 3. So that's not low enough. I think, I'm trying to remember. Kinda looks high enough, but I don't think it's high enough. Oh. Yeah, hi. Sorry, we had someone drop in, but I wasn't watching the chat because I wasn't expecting anyone to drop in. Don't know if you're still there. Hello if you are. Possibly a very boring stream, I will admit, but some Minecraft RTX if you haven't seen it before. I'm using a 2080 Super. I didn't try to get one of the new cards because I already had a 2080 Super. And while the newest cards are a vast improvement over the 2080, it just wasn't worth it. Like, my card is new enough. But yeah, it's still RTX capable, so I'm still looking at a nice RTX picture. It's very pretty. And is a great improvement for Minecraft. I'm not normally a huge fan of big corporations like Microsoft, etc., Apple. Yeah, Samsung I'm okay with most of the time. But in recent years, I have to say Microsoft has been really good to the consumer. While you really should activate Windows, it's a well-known fact that it's not like anything happens if you don't activate Windows. You can't change your desktop background. That's about it. There's a few other things, but it's mostly you can't change your Windows background. That's like it. Now, is it 1 more down? I think it's 1 more down. I think it's this level. It feels right to be at this level. I'm going to go 1 more down because I think it's 1 more down. yeah, they've been heaps better. They've got some great games under their belt. I'm pretty sure that Halo is still wholly theirs. I don't know whether Bungie as a studio still exists, but it was Bungie, and Bungie was a Microsoft company. Yeah, so they've been doing some good stuff. There's a few other exclusives that I can't call to mind right now, but yeah, they've got some good stuff. They make some good games. They're not EA. That's one of the best things I can say about Microsoft. Hey, they're not Electronic Arts, which is really bad as well, because Electronic Arts is one of the OG awesome companies. I mean, X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, Madden, FIFA, all those things, those were ancient classics that date back to the very early days of computing and consoles, and they did a really good job. And then they got too greedy of late. They started putting people who are good at marketing in charge of making games instead of people who are good at making games in charge of making games. When you put people who are good at marketing in charge of making games, you get loot boxes. And don't get me wrong, there are other companies that do loot boxes, but you know, you could do loot boxes right as well. And I don't know, it just feels like EA has for a long time done loot boxes wrong. They have turned it around. Some of their more recent games have been better, less loot boxes and more substance. But yeah, you just don't know. It'll either continue on in a bad trend or get better. I'm hoping for the latter, because like I said, they're an OG company. Like, their pedigree is exceptional, and for them to spoil it all by letting the marketing guys try to make every last dollar, when instead they should be making good games instead, rather than making dollars. I mean, games are already the most lucrative business there is, and I don't think you need to sell loot boxes to keep there, to keep at the top, to keep Hollywood looking poor, like games' poor cousin. But yeah, we'll see. A lot of corporations have gotten better, more altruistic. I give Epic a lot of credit in that regard as well, taking on Apple and fighting to make Apple take a smaller cut for basically just hosting stuff in a store. Didn't get exactly what they wanted, so it still cost them 30%, but Apple did make it so that every small developer doesn't have to pay 30% to Apple anymore. I think it's 15%, which is what Epic Store's normal cut is on their Epic Store. And then according to rumour, that is further reduced if you use the Unreal Engine in the first place. So if your game is actually made in the Unreal Engine, you pay even less. But yeah, so Epic I consider to be one of the good guys at the moment. Good Old Games is one of the good guys at the moment. But that's all my opinion. Your opinion might be different. Like I said, I respect Electronic Arts because they were there very, very early. They did some amazing things. But they need to make good games. They couldn't... I can't imagine them failing. I can't see them making a game that makes a loss. And at some point you have to go, well, we didn't make a loss. Is that enough? And I would say yes. I don't know. I mean, they've got shareholders and stuff, so I understand there's more to it than Just the basic, I wish they didn't try to get so much money out of people. But you can understand why they try to get so much money out of people, but you could do with less. You don't need that much. But that's shareholders again. I mean, shareholders would say exactly the opposite. No, we need more money. That's the whole point. I didn't buy into a corporation to make just enough money. I want to make tons of money. That makes sense too. I just don't like it. I'm reminded of the... Oh, you can't do that anymore. You used to be able to take water through that gap. I'm reminded of the Civilization 4 quote. The one narrated by Leonard Nimoy. Corporation noun. A means of obtaining individual wealth without individual responsibility. Why doesn't that look right? 1, 2, 3. It should be here. Did I make this room the wrong size? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I did. The room is the wrong size. That's weird. I don't normally do that. Oh well. It's not going to hurt. It just means that the room is 11 by 10. So 10 in that direction, but 11 in this one. By 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As apparently the height I use for the ceiling. You don't need the water in the middle. That does absolutely nothing. I use it because it looks good. And like you saw before, I kind of had to dig up my farm to get the water in the other one. And I don't want to have to do that all the time, so I keep an infinite water supply in the bottom of the tree farm. Lets me have access to water when I need it. Corner, and now it's an infinite water source. So yeah, refraction, like look, it works like water works. That looks shallower than it is because of the way the water is refracting the light, which happens in RTX, not in normal Minecraft. Cool, huh? And I think sometimes it's dark enough under there. No, because it's too close to that torch. Right. Tree farm, regular farm. We now don't really need to go above ground for a very, very, very long time. Normally I would wait for this to grow a bit further, but this is early days right now. It's more about actually filling in the whole farm than waiting for every last thing to grow 100%. Again, that's just an OCD thing, but yeah, I tend to wait till every last bit of wheat has fully grown before I harvest any wheat. Except in the early game when I'm just trying to fill out all 64 squares. I could go above ground and spend my time knocking down grass and collecting more... Oh, it's not night. And collecting more wheat seeds. But it's not necessary. Yeah, Minecraft RTX. Very pretty, huh? So beautiful. There's a creeper. If I could keep you in the water. Oops. Didn't know there was two there. Where did you come from? Yeah, there is something weird going on with the sound effects. It does sound like the sound is coming from elsewhere. Things sound like they're coming from further to the right than they are. I don't know why that is. Now, can he blow up in the water? Does he just not cause damage if he blows up in the water? Ah, right. That was a waste. Can blow up in the water. Do I need anything else from these fields? I could just steal their wheat. Why not? Should be pretty close to 64, one would guess. I don't know, I haven't looked. And then I have to start looking for animals. I know there's chickens around, and I've seen a sheep, and I've heard a cow, but that cow seems to have disappeared. So I don't know whether he wandered off and died or what. There's a couple of skeletons here, which I can sort out. Don't have a shield. Didn't make a shield yet, but that's okay, we still sorted out. 2 skeletons, it's hardly difficult. I've got pumpkins. Pumpkins are pretty good. You get good food out of pumpkins. And there was this hole here in the ground that goes down. I could explore that, but I'm not going to right now. Yeah, collecting enough animals to actually breed animals is going to be hard. At the very least, I'm going to need cows because I need the leather. Wool, not so important. It's nice to have, not must have. Do also like to put a couple of extra torches around the base. Keeps things at bay at night. Catch up some of this grass down. I shouldn't need any more, hey? Yep, definitely don't need any more. Plenty of seeds. Oh yeah, I suppose I can always get chicken eggs and that'll eventually get me enough chickens. Might take a bit longer, but that'll still work. I forgot that that was a thing, but yeah, that's a thing. Only 1 bone, I was hoping for more. Can make bone meal and force grow the trees so you can see how the tree farm is supposed to actually work, but it doesn't matter now. Right, the next time we harvest that will be when the entire thing is fully grown. Because I do have a crap load of wheat in here already. So I don't run out. Tree farm, have any trees grown yet? Sometimes you get lucky and you walk away and you come back and the tree's grown already, but yeah, no, it hasn't happened this time. I hope it's not 1 more level. I hope I haven't got that wrong. That's why I kind of want to use the bone to make bone meal and find out. But I only get 3 bone meal and that might not be enough. Might still fail to actually grow a tree with 3 bone meal. Yep, totally. Didn't get the sparklies either. Is that because it's too low? I'm gonna have to leave it for now. Is it 1 more? I could look it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Might be 8 that I need. The space in which a oak tree will grow. Is it 7 or is it 8 high? Yes. Now, used to build a passive spawner as well, but they've also changed the rules for passive spawners and they don't work very well anymore either. It's really hard to make a passive spawner these days. So a passive spawner was essentially just a big dark room that would funnel monsters into some area and then drop them down a hole at not like 1 shy of the height that they need to fall to die, which means you could walk up to them and hit them once and they'd die. So you didn't spend too much on swords trying to kill monsters. that you'd passively spawned, but they've changed a lot of the spawning conditions and the way monsters wander, and the way they move when forced to move by a body of water or via running water. Oh, I didn't need to make more, I had more here. So that doesn't work like it used to work, which is very annoying, I have to say. But there's not much I can do about it, really. So that was another thing that I used to do, because then you could, like, if you couldn't find a village and find potatoes and carrots, it was a really simple way to farm potatoes and carrots. Did I make this room too big as well? Oh no, I'm just putting the torches in the wrong place, you silly person. Wait, no I'm not. I made this room too big as well. What in the world? Wow. Don't know where my brain was, but it certainly wasn't on. Yeah, this whole thing is not how I normally make it. This room is too wide. This is not a 9 by 9 room. This is an 11 by 9 room. That's too big. It's not messing with my OCD so much because it still has a center and the sides are the same size. But it's not what I normally do, and that's weird. I don't know how that happened. I just wasn't paying attention, I guess. Trying to both talk on a microphone and play Minecraft clearly was not conducive to getting things correct. Oops. Yeah, gotta be more careful about that in future. Oh well, no big deal, simple mistake. 17's 16 tubelets of coal. Yeah, you can see daylight through that one, that little gap there. That's bloody weird. That was unexpected, that the refractive index of the glass would actually change things, so that, yeah. So that's an RTX thing, because it means that when the light moves through the glass, it is refracting through the glass. It's not travelling in straight lines like it did before. It's travelling in straight lines, but those lines aren't. They are bent. The angle changes when it enters the glass, and when it comes out again, it changes again. Yeah, so it behaves like real glass, which it never did before. It's very cool. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is build a staircase to bedrock, or near bedrock anyway. 3 levels above, or is it 4 levels above? The level above bedrock, where bedrock just appears at your feet, but you don't have to clamber around it, it being unbreakable by normal non-cheaty means within a regular game of Minecraft. Right, this one I will go 9 by 9 because this 11 by 11 is accidental. I kind of need to go 11 by 9 now because I went 11 the first time. It's ruined everything. I should never have done it. I can't believe I did it. It was an accident. We'll go 9 by 9 for now, and we'll change it later. We'll consider what we're going to do about it later. There are other ways to get around what we did. But yes, I don't know what other blocks there are. There are lots of other blocks I could be experimenting with. But really, like, if you really want to experiment with RTX, then creative is your best bet. The demo worlds made by NVIDIA are excellent. Well, not made by NVIDIA, sort of sponsored by NVIDIA, created by creators. I don't know what their resume is. I assume they're just people who are famous for playing Minecraft or something. I've never heard of any of them. But their worlds are beautiful, they're excellent, they really show off the technology. and if you go into creative within one of those worlds, you can place blocks down and, you know, mess around with it and explore what RTX does even further. But it's more fun to play Minecraft, in my opinion. So we'll get there. We'll see some more of what this particular Minecraft Medieval RTX map and block pack has to offer. And I will be spending some time in the next few days going into the JSONs. No, I'm not sure if it's still a JSON because this is not Minecraft Java. Is it still stored in a JSON? Why would it be stored in a JSON? Isn't that a Java thing specifically? Anyway, I'll be looking into how you actually make your own texture packs and creating a texture pack that uses the original Minecraft textures, but where every block is actually set up for correct RTX. So to show off bump mapping and refractive indexes and emissivity and transparencies and all sorts of cool stuff. It will take a long time. I would have to describe it as a labour of love, and hopefully I love doing it and don't hate doing it, because if I hate doing it I probably won't ever finish, but hopefully I finish. I believe it's sorely needed. If you're going to have Minecraft RTX, it has to be more than demo worlds. You have to just be able to play in RTX. I mean, this is kind of cheating, because this is a pre-created world by someone, and the only way I was able to do it was to turn their settings off and turn it into a creative world, which is easy. I mean, it's a toggle in the game. It's not like I had to go in and edit anything. But it's not ideal, because there's that whole big medieval castle thing behind me. And I didn't build it, and I wouldn't have built it. I would have just started a survival game and started playing survival Minecraft as I normally do. So my world wouldn't have looked like this. Oops, sorry, that's just an alarm. What did I just open? Dynamic lock screen. I don't need a dynamic lock screen. It's a lock screen. It's just... the whole point of it is that it's not dynamic. It's static. Anyway. Right. Now this one is a 9x9 room. Need the ceiling rows because otherwise monsters can spawn on the middle tile. Now they can't. And then 1, 2, 3. Actually, it'll have to be further back here, won't it? Let's try here. I'm not sure where it has to be because I don't normally do it this way. Steep or gentle? Steep or gentle? Steep will get me to the bottom faster. Gentle looks nicer. I'm going to go gentle. That's the steepness of the slope, is what I'm considering. So you go 2 blocks forward for every 1 down, as opposed to the opposite of that. Well, not the opposite, as opposed to 1 forward, 1 down. So I will use half slabs instead of steps, is how this works. Oh yes, there should have started maybe 1 further back. No, but then there's no way to walk around it. I'd rather have it like this. This looks better. Yeah, we'll see. I might put a row back there later. Right. And yes, so now this will be another extremely long, extremely boring little bit of construction, but meh. I'm going to do it. This might be a live stream, but it will go up as a video and you can just skip around. Skip forward and see the end result, which will be a staircase to bedrock. Assuming I don't run into lava and stuff, at which point it'll be a staircase to lava, and then I will start doing things with said lava in an attempt to A, get it out of the way, and B, use it. I will probably make a crap load of regular stone out of all this cobblestone that I've got. Other things of that nature. What else can I do with a bucket of lava? Oh yes, I can make a nether gate. I haven't seen the new nether yet. So that's been out for a long time and I haven't been into the nether since it's been out. So there's a whole new nether that I have to explore. That's going to be an absolute eye-opener. Having never seen it, I don't know what to expect. I don't know what's in there. I didn't read the patch notes. I've seen some of the pictures on the loading splash screen for the game, and that's it. So I know there's new stuff in the nether, I just don't know what it is or what it's about or what it's for. There's like more critters and there's a kind of tree and all sorts of stuff down there now from what I've seen. I could be entirely wrong. I mean, I've still never legitimately explored underwater properly either. I've seen a ocean temple or whatever they're called once, and I went in there with creative and played around and had a look at what was available and was like, yeah, that's pretty cool, and then came out and thought nothing more of it. Wasn't important to me on the path towards finishing the game, because I still consider finishing the Ender Dragon the point of Minecraft. You don't play Minecraft unless, well, I don't play Minecraft unless my entire purpose is to try and finish the Ender Dragon, which as much as I've tried, I've never done without cheating. I've been to the end, but we didn't kill the dragon. And that was a long, long time ago. Like, that was before the witch was a thing. The witch hadn't come out yet. Witches' huts weren't a thing. I don't think the jungle was a thing yet. The jungle might have been a thing, but I don't think the jungle was a thing. I don't think we had that many biomes yet. And yeah, I legitimately farmed Endermen. Just in the world, not even in the end. Yeah, it took forever to get enough ender pearls to make eyes of ender, whichever the one is that you throw up into the air and it goes in the direction of where the stronghold is, and we did that, and we found the stronghold, and we cleared the stronghold, and we opened the gate, and we went through, and we saw the Ender Dragon, and we died, and I think we started playing some other game and just never got back to it, and I've never killed the dragon, because if I'm going to kill the dragon, I'm going to do it legitimately. I've never done it. I might have done it cheaty once in creative. I might have gone into creative with, you know, epic everything. And yeah, seen and killed the Ender Dragon. But I've never done it legitimately, and I've always wanted to do it legitimately, and I keep starting games and moving towards doing it legitimately, and I never finish. One of these days I will finish. I will finish Minecraft legitimately. Right. Yeah, see, I just like these stairs better. It's you can see down them and up them. The same thing would have applied here, like I wouldn't have to do this weird thing where I look through the hole in the glass. I would just be able to see up the stairs. That's a small thing, but yeah, it really helps. he's coming. Where are we? An hour and 45 minutes. I think we'll go for 2. And then I'll call it for now. It's good to get something on the channel. I might do some Cyberpunk later today or tomorrow. It's something I want to do, but again, I didn't want to ruin my first experience of Cyberpunk by streaming it. I don't like streamers have got to be like all about their audience rather than games. At some point, if you're willing to stream a brand new game that was supposed to be so good and you're willing to give up that first experience of playing the game to do it with a live audience in streamer mode, so you can't experience the music as it should be, you can't experience half the game as it was intended, just to live stream. So no, I wasn't going to do that. I said I wasn't going to do it, and I didn't. And honestly, I haven't gotten bored of the game yet. I've been putting in several hours every day. It's quite sad, really, because since I don't currently work, I just play games. I've been putting in more than a full-time job's worth of hours playing Cyberpunk, and that's because it doesn't feel like work. It's a game, and it's a good game. If it felt like work, I wouldn't be doing that. And I think if I wanted to stream it, like if I tried to stream it every day, it would feel like work, and then I wouldn't want to play it, and that'd ruin it for me. Not to mention, you know, not seeing things as the game developers and directors and producers and everybody else, designers who worked so hard and poured their blood, sweat and tears into it. Not seeing it the way they intended, I think, does them a disservice as well. Same as I bought it on GOG. It's a good old games game. Why would you buy it on any other platform? It's not that hard to have multiple platforms. Okay, it's a little annoying having Steam and Epic and GOG and Origin and Uplay on your computer, but I already had all those things on my computer, so that didn't actually hurt me in any way, shape or form because they were already there. Because I already owned things from all those companies, and it's like, well, I will buy things on the store that I think is the best store to buy things on. Sometimes I will buy things on Steam because it's like I don't care enough, and I'd rather this was conveniently located with all my other games, and my Steam library is like 250, 260 strong already. But, you know, my Origin library is about 30, 40 games strong now, and my GOG's only about 20, and my Epic is Epic because Epic gives you so many free games, but don't let that fool you. I've paid for like 20 plus games on Epic as well. What are the ones I'm missing? Uplay? I've got a lot of games on Uplay. Far Cry Primal was my first ever Far Cry. I didn't play a Far Cry before Far Cry Primal. I'd never played it. I had played... what's the other one? Crysis. The Cry engine. That's what I was trying to remember. I'd played the original Crysis and I didn't actually like it, beyond the fact that I didn't have a computer that could play it when it could come out, when I did play it on a computer that could play it. Admittedly at super low resolution and at... Okay, it was reasonable frame rates once you put it on super low resolution. But once I played it, I'm like, this isn't really for me. So I never tried any of the Far Cry games because I thought it would be more of the same, and then I played my first Far Cry game, which was Far Cry Primal, which admittedly is sort of a side step for the series. But I really enjoyed that, and then I gave Far Cry 5 a go and thought that was really good, and then I bought Far Cry New Dawn, and I thought that was pretty good, although not as good as Far Cry 5. Far Cry 5 is one of the very, very few games I've finished. I tend to not finish games, I tend to play games and never ever ever actually see the end. Like Cyberpunk, for example, is looking very similar. I am most people reported that it takes, without spoilers, so I don't have to talk about the story here, but you can play Cyberpunk, and at some point in the game you will get an actual title sequence that says Cyberpunk 2077, and it'll pop up. And that happens after what I would call the prologue, but they've actually called Act 1. And Act 1 takes most people 4 to 6 hours, depending on how hard you work to get through it. It took me 14 hours to finish Act 1 because I did every side quest that was available to me. Well, not every side quest, but such an overwhelming abundance of side quests that it took me 12 to 14 hours to finish that. And I'm now still in Act 2, and I've barely started. So it was 12 hours before I saw Johnny Silverhand. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. That was a spoiler. God damn it. Alright, well, one very, very minor spoiler. You don't see Johnny Silverhand in Act 1. I also disagree with people who say Keanu Reeves is the weak voice actor in it, like everyone else is better. Everyone else is more animated and more exuberant, with one or two exceptions, and I think that is actually a failing of the voice actors to be in the right mindset. Johnny Silverhand, voiced by Keanu Reeves, as he is exactly right for the character. There's nothing bad about his voice acting, he's just not as bouncy and upbeat, but he shouldn't be because his character isn't bouncy and upbeat. And I think some reviewers who reviewed it in the review period just before the game released, and their reviews came out 2 days before, whatever it was, those reviews, because I haven't looked at anything since then, by the way, those reviews, some people said, oh, he's the weak voice actor. I think they're confusing weak voice acting with tone. His tone wasn't weak. His tone was not a happy tone. And that is perfect for the character. So I don't think he's the weakest voice actor. There have been some voice acting that I've heard from named characters where they're all happy and exuberant, and I'm like, why are you happy and exuberant? You live in Night City. This is a horrible, horrible, depressing place. And you're talking to me about something that is horrible and depressing, and you sound like you're chewing bubblegum and going to go to the mall for a burger and fries. It was, yeah. My opinion is slightly different on what is good voice acting and bad voice acting, and I think in this case, Keanu Reeves' voice acting fits the tone of Night City better. The most exploitative place I've ever seen in my entire life. I couldn't have even conceived of this. Now that I have seen it, I'm like, wow, yeah, that's a true dystopia. And it's a real dystopia as well, because it really looks so pretty on top, and it's so shady underneath. Anyway, I'm starting to get into near spoiler territory, so we'll stop there. But yeah, we'll play some Cyberpunk. I will be playing Cyberpunk later today. As to whether I will be streaming Cyberpunk later today, that's a whole other story. I will be doing some of it because it's a good game and people need to see it, although there's plenty of Let's Plays out there, I'm sure. Like I said, I haven't looked. I did see that like 12 hours before the game went live for everyone was when the reviewers were allowed to show gameplay. And I saw Eurogamer went live and they were doing something with Cyberpunk and I didn't know what it was. So I dropped into the stream to have a look, and Aoife Wilson, if you don't know Eurogamer, I highly recommend them. They're a very good stream. Pretty sure you can find them from the links tab in my channel. If not, I will add them later because they are good and I watch them a lot. Aoife Wilson was playing Cyberpunk. She was in the character creator, and I'm like, oh, you guys are playing? Well, I don't want spoilers, so I am gonna go to bed and wake up in the morning and play Cyberpunk rather than watch someone else play Cyberpunk and have it ruined for me. So I did watch a lot of the videos and stuff that came out beforehand, but I tried to avoid spoiler territory, tried to did not have the... I didn't want to see a Let's Play. There was one, but it was like years old. It's like E3 2018 or something. I saw that Let's Play, and I don't really count that because it didn't give you much idea of what it's actually like to play the game, although I have played through that exact scene now. And yes, it's exactly like that Let's Play, but you know, you don't get it until you've got hands-on. And now having hands-on, I think it's a really good game. It's not what I thought it was going to be. I stand by what I said in there was a stream previous to this, which was Monster Hunter World. I forget what date it was. It was a few days ago. I was talking about Cyberpunk and some of the reviews, and how one of the reviewers had a very pertinent thing to say, which is, it's not what we were kind of promised something new, and it's nothing new. And I have to agree with that. There's nothing new about Cyberpunk. It's all gameplay loops you've seen before. There's nothing that you haven't played or done before. It's Grand Theft Auto, Skyrim, Fallout, what had that sort of stealth? People say that Deus Ex had that kind of stealth. I didn't play Deus Ex either, so I don't know whether that's appropriate. Aha, see, I did grow trees. Perfect. Don't need the wood right now, but now we have a tree farm. Yeah, it's a blend of a lot of games, but the thing is, it doesn't do anything that some game didn't do before. Everything there is there. It's even got a bit of Max Payne to it. And that's going back a bit. I think actually the thing I'm talking about that is a bit Max Payne-ish, the new Doom and Doom Eternal might have done as well, but I'm not sure because I haven't played them. I should play them. They look good. And I like single-player, story-driven first-person shooters. I haven't played the new Wolfensteins either. And I feel like I should, but there are some kinds of first-player ones. The ones where there's no RPG elements. So I like Far Cry because it's a little bit RPG-esque. And it's very open world. And I like the open world ones. But the real linear ones, I'm not always into that. I'd rather play Borderlands than Doom, put it that way. But I do feel like I'm doing them a disservice by not giving it a go, because I might really like it. And I was there when Doom 1 came out. So, well, I wasn't there. I wasn't online downloading like people were online and downloading with, what would that have been, 36k modem? Probably not, probably 28k. But, within a week I had the game because I knew people who were online and waiting up all night for Doom to come out. And, they were there and they immediately got upset because as soon as it came out, they started downloading and they got about 2 minutes in and then the servers crashed because half the world was trying to download, well, I say half the world, damn near every gamer who had access to a modem was trying to download the game at the same time, and their servers crashed because they couldn't deal with the traffic, and then they had to do some things and spread it out, and I don't know what they really did, but I bet you what they actually did is denied heaps of people. They just sort of randomly picked people who were trying to connect and kicked them so that a few people could get it, and then the people who got it now had it, and then they could allow people that they'd previously kicked on, and then they'd kick some more people that were trying to connect now, and yeah, they would have had to dole it out bit by bit, and I can't imagine how they would have done that back then except manually. But yeah, basically once the first few people had it, they started uploading it to other places, and the message got out that, hey, you can download it here as well, as opposed to directly from id Software. And yeah, it was a great success, a tour de force, an excellent, excellent game. The original Doom was amazing. I still remember the original Unreal was amazing. It was also a single-player story-driven game about aliens. I think it was aliens. Might have been just monsters, but I think it was aliens. Unreal Tournament, the first one, was great and was again like wonderful use of the engine. It's like, yeah, we've got this engine and we made this single-player game, and that did okay. And it was one of the first good 3D effects first-person shooters, as opposed to a sprite-based one like Doom. And then Unreal Tournament came out and it was like, wow, this is awesome. This is the best deathmatch I've ever played. Not to mention there was... Actually, there wasn't Capture the Flag. Capture the Flag came much later. And I am not 100% sure, but I think the first Time Splitters, which was a PlayStation 1 game, might have been the first Capture the Flag and was Capture the Bag, and then everyone else went Capture the Flag, and Unreal Tourney picked it up after that. I could be wrong. Unreal Tourney might have done it first, but I certainly never saw it, and I had Unreal Tournament. And I didn't see Capture the Flag in that. I saw Capture the Bag in Time Splitters before I saw Capture the Flag in Unreal. Who knows? Anyway. Oh wow, I'm running out of coal. That's not to be expected. That doesn't normally happen. Anyway. What were the other modes? There were other modes in Time Splitters that were excellent as well. Time Splitters was a really good multiplayer first-person shooter, especially considering it was on PlayStation. I mean, you're playing on a PS1, and if you had, or was it PS2? No, PS2 was the good one, Time Splitters 2. Because if you had 4 PS2s, 4 TVs, 3 link cables, 4 multi-taps, and 16 controllers, you could get into a 16-player multiplayer game on the PlayStation 2. Thank you for the like and subscribe, man. Every little bit helps. Not the greatest of live stream videos today. I'm just messing around in Minecraft RTX. But keep an eye on the channel. There'll be Cyberpunk content coming. Probably tomorrow or later this evening. Well, depending on where your time zone is. Maybe 4 or 5 hours away or 12 hours away. No idea how close I am to bedrock now. Must be getting there. It occurred to me the other day I haven't done any drawing recently as well. The reason why the channel is called Quivz Does Stuff is because Quivz does stuff. He doesn't just play games. Otherwise I would say Quivz does games or Quivz plays games, but no, I do other things. I still haven't shown off any of my modelling or painting. But yeah, I would definitely like to do some more drawing because it's been a long time since I've done any drawing. There's only a couple on the channel. Some of them are from like years and years and years ago when I got my first graphics tablet, Wacom Intuos 2. Intuos isn't even the same kind of graphics tablet anymore. Now I have a... Oh geez, what's it called now? Inspire? Something. It's much bigger, and you actually draw on the screen and look on the screen, whereas the previous one was just a blank thing that you draw on and you'd have to actually look up at the monitor. It was really weird. I got used to it, and it was still pretty good. Don't get me wrong, a digital graphics tablet is amazing, and nobody does it as well as Wacom that I've been able to see. Some people are like, oh, I can do that on my iPad, and I'm like, yeah, do you have over 2,000 levels of pressure sensitivity? And I think the one I've got now is over 4,000 levels of pressure sensitivity. Does your stylus know when you've tilted it slightly to the left? Does it adjust the brush because you've tilted it slightly to the left? Anyway, yeah, Wacom make great stuff, and they have been doing so for a long time, which is why I recommend their products and why I buy them exclusively when I'm looking into a graphics tablet. But I haven't got my graphics tablet out for a draw in a while. A lot of the time I just use it as a third monitor. So my primary monitor, where I play my games, that's 240 Hz, 1080p. I haven't moved up to 2K or 4K yet. So yeah, still only 1080, but 240 Hz. So I'm playing a first-person shooter like Overwatch or something like League of Legends. Get those frames pumping. Then I've got a 60 Hz 1080p monitor next to it that has much better color reproduction, and that's the monitor that I watch movies and things on. So I will often have movies, or sometimes just YouTube, playing on my secondary monitor. And then on the desk in front of me, laid flat-ish, it's like at a 10-degree angle up off the desk, is my graphics tablet. And I will use that as a third monitor, and I will open up wikis and things on there. So if I'm playing something where I need to refer to the wiki every 5 minutes, it used to be that I used to need to refer to the wiki all the time on Minecraft, but not so much anymore. Although again, I'm patches and patches and patches behind, so I probably will need to refer to the wiki because I don't know all this new content. Never mind RTX. Yeah, then I'll just have the wiki open on another monitor where I can look at it and refer to it and just pan my mouse over to it. Despite the fact that it's below my primary monitor, it is my third monitor, and as far as Windows is concerned, it is set up to the right of my secondary monitor, which is to the right of my primary monitor. And that's because if you're trying to get to the bottom of the screen where I put my taskbar, and normally I have my taskbar on auto hide, so you have to go to the bottom of the screen for it to pop up. If I've got a monitor below that, I just go off into the bottom screen. And yeah, that's just annoying. So despite the fact that it's physically below my monitor, as far as Windows is concerned, it's actually to the right of my second monitor. So if I want to get to it, I have to mouse all the way over to the right onto the second monitor, and then mouse further over to the right, and then look down because my mouse cursor will now have appeared below me. Amusing, but that's just how I do it. It's not ideal. It's cool. It works. It does what it needs to do. It makes the wikis nice and accessible. Alright, I really want to hit lava or bedrock before I stop. I have no idea what level I started at. And I don't have coordinates on, so I can't check how deep I am. But I can't be that far from bedrock by now. It's got to be just there. Like, it's got to be steps away. So we'll go a little bit longer and hopefully find bedrock before we call it for the day. And then the next time I play this Minecraft world, I'll be diving into the Nether, I guess, and seeing some of that new Nether content, which, like I said, I haven't actually seen before. I just never got around to going to have a look. My niece Charlotte, oh, I wasn't supposed to say her name, Endershar, what she goes by. But yeah, her name's Charlotte, whatever. She was a big Minecraft fan. I don't know whether she still plays it. I haven't seen her play it in a while. I think she watches other people play sometimes. My sister, who is a lot older than me, and I'm an old man, but she is a lot older than me, she plays Minecraft. So you're never too old to play Minecraft. Some of the best things I've ever seen were made by people much older than me, like in their 60s, 70s. A friend of mine used to play exclusively on Rolly's Minecraft. And Rolly was a really old guy. Like, he fought in, not World War II, but he fought in some recent war, not Afghanistan or anything like that. Might have been Vietnam, I'm not sure. Anyway, he fought in a war. He's a vet, and he ran a really, really good, well, he still does. And there are now several servers. The original Rolly's Minecraft server has been shut down. Not shut down, locked off. You can't affect it anymore, it's locked. So you can go in and look at everything that everyone's done, but you can't actually do anything more. And I think he's also made it that you can't explore new chunks. So any chunks that weren't seen, if you try to go there, it's just empty world. It won't load and it won't create new chunks. But me and my friend Ryder, we went like hundreds of thousands of blocks off the beaten path, specifically to have like the space to do what we want and not have to deal with anyone else's stuff anywhere near us. So we are hundreds of thousands of blocks away from spawn. There is a house that is almost exactly the same as this one, because I've been building the same house the same way for ages. I have a village that I constructed. There were no villagers there. I captured villagers and gave them golden apples and made a village, and bred villagers until it was a village full of villagers. It would have been an iron golem farm as well, but it doesn't. Oh no, because they're old villagers, so they still function like old villagers, don't they? So I don't think the iron golems still spawn like they used to, but I think the village would actually work. And iron golems should still spawn, they just wouldn't spawn in the iron golem trap. So the iron farm, oh, there's some gold. That is the first time I'm actually going to have to make an iron pickaxe. Yeah, so the iron golem farm wouldn't be working, but the iron golems would be there and spawning, I'm pretty sure. Which is pretty sweet. And yeah, because it was like hundreds of thousands of blocks off, in the area around it, I've built heaps of cobblestone skulls, like big statues that look like giant skulls. So as people would come out of the wilderness thinking that they were just wandering through unexplored wilderness, they'd suddenly come across a big giant skull in the middle of nowhere and be like, why is there a skull here? And then if they were really good, they'd be able to actually find my house. It's actually hidden behind a hidden door. You wouldn't actually just be able to find it straight off the bat. You'd need to... There's a special hole in the ground that you have to throw something heavy into, and then the water would whisk that thing away and push it onto a trapdoor, and then the trapdoor would use a bunch of sticky pistons to open a secret hole in a particular, what looked like just bit of stone wall. Yeah. And you would actually be within my protected house. So the server had mods and stuff on it, and one of those mods was for protection. So within my area, you couldn't build because you didn't have permission, because it was my area, it was protected. And yeah, so you couldn't just, you couldn't just break into my house. You'd have to actually do it via throwing something into the wishing well, and it had to be heavy enough, and then if it was heavy enough and fell on the right spot, it would it would cause the door to open, and then you could walk through, and you would walk over the pressure plate that caused everything to open, and your whatever it was that you threw into the wishing well would be there, and you would now be inside. And to get out, it was just a push button. But yeah, I was pretty proud of that. It took me a long time to make that mechanism and to make the door so you couldn't see anything, and yeah, you could go all the way. Now, it is a bit annoying that I haven't hit any lava. I've hit gold and I haven't seen any lava. I mean, for all I know, I'm going to hit iron before I hit diamond before I hit... Well, there's bedrock. And I didn't see any lava. You normally see lava at level 12. I'm normally annoyed because it's like, I ran into lava. I was trying to get to bedrock. I didn't want to run into lava. But I also need to run into lava. Not running into lava at all is not a good thing. It's not ideal. Oh well, we'll do what we always do. We will make once again, a 9x9 room, because that's what I do. So I make 9x9 rooms at the bedrock level. opened up. Let's say, now let's do it right here. Make this the beginning of the 9x9 room. And then we'll start a diamond mine. Diamond mining, looking for diamonds, is relatively simple. You can do it at a higher level than this. You can do it, well, you can't, it's not good to do it lower than this. You can do it lower than this, but I wouldn't recommend it, because then you're fighting with bedrock all the time, and that's just annoying. That's too small. I've got to go one further. Is that right? That's right, I think. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's right. And yeah, hopefully we'll run into lava doing that, and then we can make a nether portal. I didn't find much in the way of gravel, so I still don't have any flints to make flint and steel, but I'm pretty sure I saw some gravel on the surface, so we can go up to the surface and mine through all that gravel and hope for a flint. I now have some gold, so with some gold, how much gold did I get? 8. That's enough for 1 golden apple. I can make a single villager. Yeah, so I'm going to need another 8 gold. There's some redstone. Don't really have a use for redstone just yet. I'm going to have to find that diamond so I can mine obsidian. Going to have to start a cow farm so I can make books, so I can make an enchanting table. What else is there? Need to keep making books so I can make a library to go around said enchanting table. I could go through this big medieval building that whoever made this map made and start stealing stuff. I already stole a chest. There's no reason why I shouldn't steal a library's worth of books as well. Probably be quicker than trying to find cows. And yeah, what I might do next time I play this map is I might create a copy of it and go into it in creative and run around and look at all the RTX features. You know what? There's one thing I didn't do. I've only just thought of it. Should show people RTX off, RTX on, because that's just a switch. You can do it from settings, or they've made a keyboard shortcut for it. So any second now, when I finish, I'll finish this room and finish harvesting all the coal and the redstone in the walls, because my OCD won't let me do otherwise. And then I will turn RTX. Okay, this is my lower level, so I want to make a thing here anyway. Yeah, I'll go outside and I'll show RTX on, RTX off, and then I'll come back in and run up and down the stairs and show RTX on, RTX off. Because while this was me playing Minecraft in a survival world, properly playing Minecraft as I play Minecraft, my weird methods, this is also RTX, and I might as well show it off. It does look very different. I've already gotten kind of used to it, because not every block has anything fully RTX on it, but a lot of blocks do. So I'll make a duplicate next time that has creative mode on, and and then I'll mess around with all the different blocks, and blocks that are lights, like emissive blocks and reflective blocks and metal blocks, because they're the ones that make all the difference. Yeah, the only point lights I believe are the sun. I think redstone torches are also emissive at the moment, are point lights. So that might be worth doing as well. But you gotta admit, it looks very different. Right, and then this redstone up here on the wall. Get a bit of that. A bit more coal over here. Knowing coal seams, probably a lot more coal. Sometimes you can get lucky and a coal seam will actually be surrounding a diamond seam. That's kind of frequent. Not heaps frequent, but frequent enough that it's worth following all the coal seams, because you might find diamond. Right, our monsters can't spawn in the middle of the room. Let's go outside and we'll start... Oh no, I'll tell you what, we'll start right down here at bedrock. So we are at bedrock. RTX off. There's the Minecraft you know and love. And there's the Minecraft you get with RTX. RTX on. RTX off. RTX on. RTX off. RTX on. RTX off. RTX on. RTX off. RTX on. RTX on. Look, I can look straight through to see the sky. RTX off, sorry. RTX on. It's really hard because the refraction of the light is handled correctly, and the blocks actually, the glass blocks bend the light. Look at that, it's curved. It's not straight. See? It's correctly handling refractive indices. Nice big field of corn. Wheat. RTX off. RTX on. Some trees. RTX on. RTX off. Alright, let's go outside. RTX off. You can actually see further with RTX off. Ah man, that tree didn't finish decomposing. Is there more wood up there, or is it actually preserved by those fence posts? Can't believe it's preserved by fence posts. Can it be preserved by fence posts? It must be. There can't be anything else preserving it. Still break fence posts with my fist. Would you like to chew? Well then, chew on my fist. A little bit of Kung Fu Panda humor there. I guess it's wood, so fence posts are enough to preserve the tree. Either that or this part of the tree at this sort of height was actually constructed rather than was placed rather than grew naturally. Hopefully I can find all these fence posts and get this tree to degrade naturally. I think that's it. I don't see any more fence posts, but I could be wrong. Alright, anyway. That is not an RTX on-off demo. That is me worrying about something that... a tree that didn't naturally degrade. Alright, gather up all these things. I do want to take that cow. Oh, there's 2 cows. I want to get those cows into my house so they don't die. So I've got the cows. I'll do that in a minute. Right. Oh, the lights come on at night because they've all got daylight sensors on. I didn't know that. RTX off. RTX on. Very, very different experience, isn't it? The quality of the light. Okay, the draw distance is shorter, but you've got to admit that is pretty amazing. It's kind of weird that Minecraft actually happens to be one of the best showcases for RTX, but because of its square-based nature, the ray tracing pathing is much more obvious. It's really, really an excellent example of what the technology can do. I might hang around at night for a little bit just to show you. I do want to get inside and make it day again so I can rescue those cows, but let's have a look at outside at night for a bit. Go up onto this hill. Hopefully don't get ambushed by zombies or creepers or skeletons, but you know. Yeah. RTX off. You'll see the draw distance now goes further because my computer can of course handle a lot. But with RTX on, you're actually limited to 16 chunks, I believe, is the max. And I think I've only got this set to 12 for the purposes of smoother frame rates. RTX on. Yeah. The way the moon reflects off the water. Don't get that with RTX off. That drowned over there. Barely visible at this distance now because there's no light source anywhere near him. Well, barely any light anywhere near him. So yes, RTX does make a huge, huge difference. Right, well, 2.5 hours is a pretty long stint of Minecraft. So I'm going to be calling it any minute now. Like I said, I do want to rescue those cows. What did I break? I broke my axe. And my axe. Good old Gimli. Yeah, so we'll get those cows. Even though I don't have a pen or anything built for them, I'm going to sleep for the night. Go out, fight any creepers, zombies, and skeletons, and maybe spiders, because I wouldn't mind the string that survived. Is that an Enderman? Enderman. Some horses nearby as well. That's kind of cool. Has he picked up a grass block? Has he picked up a grass block? No. Damn you, pick up a grass block. And he could always use a grass block. Grass blocks are good because then you can spread grass. You don't need silk touch or to build a weird path for the grass to grow on that leads underground, which is the only other way to do it. Right, 2 things. I need to bust my own door off the hinges because cows can't pass through doors. can pass through something this wide, but not if there's a doorway in it. A door in the doorway. Then... Here, Daisy. Oh, there's the other one. Let's grab them both at once. Not as convenient to have them in my house, just wandering around loose. I normally prefer to build a cow pen and put cows in a cow pen, but you know, this way at least I'm guaranteed they don't die due to some zombie or whatever wandering around at night, or a creeper walking up to them and exploding. You know, they'll be alive. I also won't bother breeding them at the moment because that'll be... If you go all the way down those stairs, I'm going to be very annoyed. I could just put them in the wheat farm for the moment. Hey, how do you make a gate again? Doop 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 poo. A spruce fence gate. I don't have enough of that or that. But now I do, I hope. No, I still don't. Must be more of that. What? Must be more sticks. More sticks? What have I done? Why do I still not have enough to make a spruce gate? Oh, I do. I'm just blind. Right. Come on, you two. Did that Enderman just warp into my house? Dude, this is my house. Stop it. And because they are here, why not? Let's breed them. Is it the cows making the stompy noises, or is something else making big stompy noises? Anyway, oh, there he is. What have you got there? Bit of gravel, hey? I could fight him. I'm gonna fight him. Come get some. Where'd he go? Ah. Dude, come back. Where'd you go? Oh, I can hear him. Where is he? Come on, I wasn't done with you yet. Told ya. Ah, no ender pearl. Oh well. Can't win them all. Doop 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 boo. Sort out the inventory. I got 1 block of gravel. 2 blocks of gravel, and I still haven't got a thing. I need to make another chest for all of this crap already. But yeah. So, Minecraft RTX. It is prettier than regular Minecraft. Depending on the... Well, not even depending on the tile set. Look, depending on the tile set, it can look even... Pardon me. Even better. But even with the average default Minecraft tile set, it can look really, really good. Spectacularly so. And then with the better tile sets, it can look amazing. Like an iron block can look like a mirror, a mirrored finish. Although I don't like that. That's kind of silly. Like, are there mirrors in Minecraft? I don't think there is. But anyway, an iron block shouldn't be a mirror finish. But the gold looks like a gold mirror, and I think that's kind of appropriate because gold shines and gold doesn't tarnish. So it looks really, really nice. But yeah, we'll look into more of that next time. Next time, like I said, I will do creative. I will explore that medieval town and look at some of the stuff. I might even download some of the other NVIDIA maps that look really good. And yeah, we'll do some more messing around with RTX rather than this kind of boring survival where all I did was make a wheat farm, a tree farm, and a staircase that goes to bedrock. But yeah, that'll about do it. So thanks very much for watching. Thanks for that one person who dropped into the stream for liking and subscribing. That's very much appreciated. If you like this stream, hit that like button. Well, this video, since you'll be watching it after the fact. Hit that like button. If you'd like to find more of my content, hit that subscribe button. Makes it nice and easy to find the channel. If you'd like to know when I go live or when I upload a new video, because it could be either or these days, hit that bell icon. That'll give you a notification, let you know. And if you didn't like this video, feel free to hit that dislike button. That's what it's there for. But if you do hit that dislike button, I really would appreciate if you could leave me a comment, let me know what it was about it that you didn't like. Maybe it's something I can improve on, maybe not, we'll see. But I do read them. And if it's something I can do something about and something I'm willing to do something about, I will do it. And I will shout you out for giving me the tip. So thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next one.